Hello, my name is Kelly. I am an 8th grade girls life group leader, and I've been on staff here at Beach Church for a few years, and then last February I came into this department. So when I was asked to come up here and talk to you guys tonight, I asked the Lord what he wanted to say because you're his students. And one day I was brushing my teeth, and very clearly he said, "Anxiety in the heart of a man brings him down, but a good word makes him glad." Anxiety in our hearts brings us down. It takes us low. We can become depressed. You already know this. But God promises that a good word, a truth word, it makes us glad. It pulls us up, and it sets us free. The good word that we're going to look at tonight is peace. The Hebrew word for peace is shalom. Shalom. Is it up there? It means complete or whole. The very bringing back together of something that's been broken. My favorite writer and author is named John Paul Jackson, and he says it this way: "The shalom of God brings anarchy to the chaos within us and the chaos around us." Raise your hand if you know Sutton Sanders. Is she up there? She'll be up there. If you don't know Sutton, she is our family pastor's little daughter. She must be up there. Yes, there she is. Great. When I was about Sutton's age in that photo, my brother and I were playing in a house where we shouldn't have been. We were trespassing. No one was home in the house. So he thought it would be funny to shove me into a utility closet, lock the door, and leave the house. I don't have clear memory of how long I was in the house, but I do know that after adults started looking for me, he was so afraid of getting into trouble that he took a while before he was willing to tell anyone where I was. So, is Sutton still up there? Yes. So think about Sutton there for a moment. Try to imagine a tiny little girl alone in an empty house, completely terrified and locked in a closet. I was wearing my cowboy boots, and I was trying to kick the door down. I was using my tiny little fists, beating on the door and wiping cobwebs off of my face. In this moment, as a tiny little girl, I truly believed that I was going to die alone in a dark closet in an empty house. The trauma from this event caused my hair to turn gray. So, as my hair's growing in gray, my mother thought the best remedy for this would be to keep my hair in a super, super short haircut. So, in my kindergarten photos, I have almost like a crew cut short hair that's gray. Another lasting effect of this trauma was that I couldn't be in a room with a closed door until I was about 12 years old. This included the bathroom door. It took longer than that before I was able to get into an elevator. You have to understand, this is all going on in the mid-1960s. Mental health was not a focus culturally. It wasn't a concept that people talk about freely or openly. People did not use words like trauma, anxiety, or triggered in conversations. Panic attacks were not a thing that was discussed. So, it wasn't until I was in my mid-20s that I started to get help for this trauma. God brought me to an amazing woman who counseled me. The Lord began to minister to me deeply and wrap me up in his blanket of peace, his shalom. He made me complete and he made me whole. The process of healing took some time, but finally, by 30 years old, I was able to sleep in a bed at night, alone in the dark, without a light on. Every single person in this room has experienced trauma at some level. We all experience different levels of anxiety. It's part of our human condition. The effects of it are real. but so is our God. God sent Jesus to overcome and conquer everything that tries to overwhelm you. Philippians 4:7 says, "The peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus." God's peace is supernatural. It goes beyond our intellectual capacity to understand it or comprehend it. So, the question that I have for you guys tonight is, do you have a closet? Do you have a place in your heart, a place in your mind where you feel abandoned, alone, trapped, surrounded by darkness? I'm here on the stage tonight because I really want you to understand that Jesus Christ is madly in love with you. He wants to meet you in every place in your heart. Jesus Christ is literally the Prince of Peace. He's the actual light of the world. Darkness has no option except to make room for the light of Jesus Christ. So, I ask you, invite him into those places because he is here to heal your broken hearts. He is here to save you, and he is here to set you free. My time's up. Oh, I'm over.